Tropical Rhythms and Catherine's Peak presents It Is What It Is JA, partnered with Instinct Media Productions. Other supporting sponsors, Karmen's Kollection, Tami Boodie, Irie Beanz Coffee, Pure Water, and Expat Jamaica Rentals. And today I have with me my good friend from way back when, Anwar, Wright, who is an attorney at law.
Thanks for having me.
No problem. I'm so excited to have you here. And Bonnie is back.
Merry Christmas.
Designer and newly club owner.
Yes.
Yes. Can't wait.
Yes, exciting things are bubbling.
Yeah.
Cooking.
Excitement. So guys, today we'll be discussing power over attraction. Now, let me try to dissect what I'm talking about, because I think you guys understand, but let me dissect it just a little bit. So, we have this thing where a lot of, let's say, women will marry or date because of the power that a man may hold or possess, but not necessarily attracted to him physically or even mentally or even emotionally. And then you have men who have that as well, but at the same time also don't like a woman who has more power than him. So, what are your thoughts on that? But let me start with Bonnie, because Bonnie look like she have some things in her head going.
I think as females we want to be secure. That is the thing. Overall, as females, you want to be in a secure situation. Even if you think of you having a daughter,
right?
Of course, you'd want her to go with a person that if God forbid you leave this earth, she's fine.
Right.
Right. So I think there's that innate thing that you do. You balance it. Okay, this guy who can't give me certain things, but I love him, versus this person who I know if I walk down that aisle with them, I'll be fine. And
right.
I probably don't, depending on the man, you probably don't have to work a day in your life. You just rear the pin of them like you're a cow. and you just, drive the pretty car, drop them off, come home, the housewife things and go gym.
Soft life.
Man.
Yeah, ready for it.
Yeah. So it's, I'll start by saying that. What do you think,
what do you think, Anwar?
Well, just right off the bat, the big question is, what is attraction for you? So if attraction for you is seeing a strong man or seeing a feminine woman, that's what's attracted to you, or with feminine qualities, and not necessarily the outer, what you see, like, whether she, has these type of features, or whether this man, as you say, look handsome or whatever. It's really just what does it for you.
Yeah, so my thing is that I've found, and in having conversations with friends, I've heard this conversation like, why are you with that? What's the reason you're with the man, right? And one of my friends actually said to me recently is money. Not that she need it, but she's saying she believed that if she's dating someone and they are seeing each other and they are sexual, she believes that she must get money. Now, my issue with that is, I know your money. You never give the man the money to put on, right? You're not married to him. Yeah, date him,
But that attracts her.
Yeah. So, and then my thing is, my thing with the power over attraction thing is that when the power come, all sorts of other craziness come with it, come along with it, So what are you really looking for? What is most important to you, the power and the money, or actually having some form of a peaceful, life?
To be honest, this conversation can go in so much different ways because it depends on the person.
Agreed.
All right. So it's one thing for me to be attracted to a powerful man, but it depends on the powerful man, like his innate needs and how he sees his own dynamic. Because most of the men that I know in Jamaica,
Preach it, sister.
They are very, because they have money and things, they feel like they can treat a woman any which way. And in order for you to be their girl or one of their girl, them concubine, whatever you want to call it, you have to behave a certain way. And you have to, kiss ass, lick toes and everything in between. Right? So if that is the lifestyle you want to live, by all means do whatever you want to do.
Right.
That I'm not going to tell a person not to live their life like that. Come and I give them my hard-earned money.
Right.
So if that is how you want to live, sure. But then you have the other side of the coin where you have some decent men out there. You have some men that have their things together and they want a woman, but then the other man them already break these girls bad that no, it's not as easy as it was one time, where a girl wants to do certain things and be a certain way. It's just so
it's
much.
like, if you don't start giving me money, then I'm not going to start doing certain things. So it's almost like you're doing right. So it's because I think the concept is now, don't, what's there's like a phrase like, don't do the wife thing before.
Something about don't give wife treatment when
you're just a girlfriend. Right. Or something like something like that. Don't give wife treatment when you're just a girlfriend. And same vice versa, don't give husband treatment if you're just a boyfriend. But I mean, here's my thing. You're courting. So if you're courting somebody, right? You're seeing...
You have to be yourself.
You have to be yourself, and you have to see where things go along the way, because...
And people need to see you.
Right. So how you are while you're dating, I mean, although some people change after they're married, but you would expect that this person is gonna be like this. You understand? If you're somebody that caters to, like you make sure you're the man's cheerleader and everything. You're like, yeah, I'm there for you, but you're still doing your work and whatever. And okay, him, give you a little thing here and there just to say, yeah, babe, I know you don't need it, but hey, whatever. But it shouldn't be that we're saying, and that's, as you said, them brought bad now. So it's like, they don't want to do it. They might find a nice guy and they don't want to do it now because, they had a bad experience. And vice versa, even with a man now probably give him all to this girl, like spoiler, everything. And then, here comes, and then she obviously mess up. And then here comes somebody else who genuinely care for him and whatever. And he's just like, yo, treat her like she's garbage because of what he's experienced.
Can I add to what you were saying before? Just a coin for you guys, right? One of my new rules is when I'm dating or somebody is interested in me, right? And they ask me, what I want, or
what you want is the relationship,
right? Or just overall, like, people will be like, oh, so how was your ex, or what are your likes or your dislikes or whatever. I don't tell them. I don't. And because what I realize a lot of people do is you feed them information
and
then they use that. And you see when them hold on upon you see when you love them now, their ass start to show.
Yeah.
So I'm now leaving space for you to show me yourself.
Who you are. I'm not telling you nothing.
Right. I'm just going to be myself and I expect you to be yourself as well. And I'll just see what I need to see from there and move on.
Yeah.
And I'm not ignoring any red flags at all these days.
Like, we can't afford to ignore a red flag. You cannot.
Listen, you have to dissect things these days, right? There are character flaws that are not going anywhere, right? This is their personality, and then there's mistakes. You have to know the difference.
Yeah.
Because there's no way, unless I'm around you or you tell me, that I'm going to know your favorite color is red.
Right.
Right? That's a very random thing to say, but right? But if I know your favorite color is red and I keep forcing blue on you, then you know that's a character flaw and that's not going anywhere.
Right.
So unless you're okay with this being forced down your throat and you're okay with my life or how I want to treat you, no, I'm not into them things.
Well, one thing you can always expect is people going to be who they are.
Yeah. Eventually. You have people who pretend for years, to get what they want.
They can't hide.
No, but that's how the red flag come in now, because some things you
some people ignore.
Like,
yes,
exactly.
You
it's
ignore it because the thing is,
it's
not that the person being exactly, because it's not that the person is pretending for years. The person is who they are.
You're just looking through different type of glasses.
Exactly. You choose not to see
looking
it.
Through your darkers.
I always say it to people all the time, like you know who you're with, and when you ignore it, and the saying, or when I hear women always say, it's just so I'm stay.
But you see what you want to see.
Okay, it's just so I'm stay. But because hold on, when a woman say, because him do X, Y, and Z, is okay. You know what somebody said to me the other day? He's not hitting me physically, so it don't mean nothing. So I said, because as I said,
So
you think
it's
so
not
I said physical abuse is the only abuse you consider to be abuse. Okay. So when we
Abuse
get to
takes many
that point,
forms.
there's a problem. There's a problem. And that means it's not just him is the problem, you're the problem.
Yeah, but I feel like that is different from, or like what we were talking about 5 minutes ago, because it's one thing for you to sit, that's like a clear red flag. But then people also, when their feelings change about it, is how they start treating you a little bit different as well. So it's not always plain and clear as
That's
day.
true. It's not always black and white.
It's not
yeah.
always. And then just so much different things around.
I
Oh, them
find
start
that-
feeling somebody else. So all of a sudden their feelings towards you they start behaving different.
Right.
There's just so much different things. You can't just say you know a person. But you must, especially if you're getting married, you must know a person through different seasons. That's very important, right? When someone passes, when they're broke, when they're rich, like you have to know a person through different seasons. That is how you really know a person.
Yeah.
That's why I think friendship is so
Important in a relationship.
Because
Right.
you get to know them at different levels.
Right.
But just outside of that, people, I find that the biggest problem with people is that they wear so many different masks. Nobody wants to be
Nobody really
vulnerable
knows
and
who-
reveal themselves. You know, just to be straight, just to be you,
But our
just to be authentic,
experiences is
just
what
to be
make us though. You
yourself.
can't be vulnerable with everybody and
Because
anybody
people will
because
take
people
advantage of it.
What?
No, yes, but being yourself don't mean that you are going to divulge certain things that are private to you or anything like that. It's just being authentic.
No, but
This is
being-
how I am when I'm in X space. This is how I am when I'm in Y space. This is who I am not. Or I'm putting on a mask and, you know, what you see is not really who I am on the inside.
Right.
Right. That's different from being, you know, vulnerable in the sense that, you know, you would say certain things to compromise yourself or give certain people leverage over you and what have you. That's not what I'm talking about.
Okay. What each person might consider being vulnerable might be different, especially when it comes on to men. Men, I find they are not very open to having certain kind of conversations or being vulnerable.
That's
Because
not with everybody.
because they've been
Not with everybody.
a lot of men are like that because they've been bitten so many times.
Not only that, but it's a cultural thing as well.
Yeah, that
like,
too. Men
as
are-
a man,
They just
you
don't
don't
chat
have
too
no
much.
problem. If
Yeah.
you have a problem,
Right.
you have a problem.
Right.
You see me?
Yeah. Like
You're a girl problem and
But-
you're a problem too. You
but
know,
I also
if
believe-
you have a problem, you have a problem.
Right, but
That's
I
it.
also think that, as you say, yeah, it is a cultural thing. So it is that, oh, man not supposed to have, you're not supposed to cry or you're not supposed to feel no way
Yeah,
about this or
facts.
whatever. And then the women also have that in their head that the man's supposed to always tough him, not supposed to have a vulnerable moment, which is crap. Because you have to be vulnerable at some point in your life. That is how you're really going to truly know someone. How can you not ever be vulnerable with somebody? Ever. Ever.
I've heard so much stories.
Like
it's not
blocked,
funny.
like a wall is just like, you can't even feel like you're getting in. No, that means you're right, you have a problem. And we just not go work. You get what I'm saying?
And I want to give you a joke. Sometimes the men are vulnerable, you know, but not with them women.
And
that
that's
is
a
how-
part of the problem.
That is a huge part of
That's
the
a
problem.
huge
That is
part of
how-
the problem.
I think the worst type of cheating is emotional cheating.
Oh, yes.
Right?
yeah,
so
facts.
you as a tear.
Because that's how you fall in love, you know.
This
Okay.
person is here for me. And
Right,
they understand
right.
me.
Or build
but
an
you are.
emotional connection.
That is
Right.
exactly what you're doing. That is exactly what it is.
Right.
Right? So instead of you going to your woman,
It's like an avatar you imprinted on.
there you go. Because, all right, so
imprinted on the.
so there's a situation, right?
Yeah.
Let's say a child was sick, and instead of the man seeking solace in the woman and be there for each other,
Right.
his interpretation of that situation was he had to be strong for her, so he have to go next girl and tell the girl the whole of them business and be vulnerable with that girl instead of helping both of them to come to the, because in a situation like that, nobody's going to understand your pain more than the other parent.
Exactly.
Right? So
Right.
you going to outside to somebody else and telling them your business. Right? And so such deep, like, do you know what it is? Yeah, all of us here have children. You know what it is to feel like you cannot help your child.
Yeah.
Like how deeply something like that hurts.
Yeah.
Right? You sit down and you see your child and you cannot help in any which way, and then you go outside. That is a definite bonding experience.
Yeah.
That is such a
Yep.
such a I don't even know what to call that.
Yeah.
And then you're gone
But
outside with that.
Yeah.
Of course, you're building now not only a wall against this woman, and then you are using that situation and claiming that, okay, well, this person was there for me, but you never allow the other person to be there for you. You don't know how strong that person is or would have been in the situation to help you. You just push them aside and then gone over here, so gonna go do madness.
Right.
Right? I don't understand situations like that. And the fact that they don't think. Right?
Yeah.
But that boy, that sounds very unfortunate. Sounds like a very unfortunate situation. But I believe that, communication in those situations
is key.
And people need to be able to come on the level.
But what I find
and have
is
that connection, that understanding that they can express themselves a certain way, and that connections can be built in a particular way.
But what I find is that it's always situations like that that causes the breakup. Always situations like that. I feel like more often than not, if you research it,
You mean
whatever,
when the ties are broken?
when the ties are broken, like it's always a child being sick, or you've lost a child, or something that it's. I don't know if, you even see it in the movies. More often than not, they just can't keep it together.
Stronger together,
right?
Or they just start.
Yeah, they just start to fade because they don't know how to be with each other anymore without the child, which means that there obviously were issues before.
Not necessarily. It's just.
I think because it could be that is something that you guys just did. Same thing, communication. There's things that were was there.
The other parent reminds them of the child as
and
well.
That too. Well, that
There's
too.
just so much different aspects of it.
Yeah.
But the point is, and this might sound sketchy when I say this, but sometimes I think the parents are the mother and the man's end is a problem, because if your son is coming to you with things like
but
this,
you can't generalize that.
Huh?
You can't generalize that.
I say sometimes. So I'm not saying all. But I'm saying you don't turn to them and say you need to go talk to your wife. You need to be each other's comfort. No?
Oh, you're saying the father of the husband.
No, so like let's say the child is sick, and the same situation I just tell you about, and the man go for this. And let's say it's sometimes it's not even an ex-woman, and sometimes it's the mother or the father, the parents, they take consulting. You don't turn to them and say you probably need to go sit down with your wife or
and have this conversation,
and try to work through it, because you know what it can lead to. Anybody with common sense know what it can lead to. You don't do those things. I feel like a lot of the times
people don't give good counsel,
That's the thing. About to say, a lot of the times, them pet and pamper them boy child. That is what it is. Them pet and pamper the boy child.
Sound like a generalization.
It's true though.
I don't know about that.
It's true
I
though.
have a daughter, I have a son.
But it's true though that you find, and I think that's where this is where the problem, I believe, lies. That it starts from the root. Which is the parents. It starts from the roots.
Your parenting, how you grow up.
How you grew up.
Because I agree that a lot of things that come out into people's behavior, the personality, how they think, how they act, how they relate with other people, has a lot to do with how they were raised. Because you can only act how you have been socialized.
Yeah, but then in a case like what Bonnie is, okay, let's take away that case, but just in general, in terms of even like, as I said to you, the way how they behave when they have power. So, and it's not just men, but generally when a man now gets to a point where he has power and he feels like he needs to use it to control a situation, right?
That's probably what they saw in the household.
Huh?
That's probably what they saw in the household.
Right. So it's like you're trying to control everything, and you're trying to tell the woman what she must do, where she must go, how she must dress, and whatever, and all those things. And it's like, I agree with what you were saying is what it is that you're attracted to, but is it really what you're attracted to? You get what I'm saying? Are you really attracted to that power is it more about the power or you're attracted to this?
But
Or you
I
mean
think it's more
power,
about the power.
attracted to the power or attracted to what?
Meaning, because I'm saying, are you attracted to the power or are you actually attracted to the power?
Or what the power comes
Or what the
with,
power
the
comes with.
benefits?
Yes.
Right, the
Yes,
benefits.
correct.
Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, that's why, if for you, when, well, and I maybe do, I don't know, I can't speak from a woman's perspective, but if for you, when you see a man and you have no issues with whatever he, dictates or how he behaves, and you just know for a fact that I'm in this relationship now, I'm good financially, and the security that you're attracted to, you're attracted to security, you're attracted to power. You know that when you go a road, you're safe, nobody not going to trouble you. You know that you're not going to worry about any financial expenses. Your hair get done, your nails get done, you don't have to worry about rent, all those things like that. Then, well, that's it for you, and you must choose whether or not you are willing to compromise
guess what?
on other things for that benefit.
I don't
And
think
if that's
it's a choice anymore now.
It's not.
I don't even think it's a choice anymore because you're an idiot. If you take up that, if that man they want you and you not pay him no attention, if your friend them, all your mother, I can tell you say you're an idiot.
Yeah, but who is
I
to
think
say?
it's a cultural thing. I honestly think it's a cultural thing.
But if somebody's
Get
attracted
bag.
to benefits,
It is a cultural thing because I feel like most mothers would say to their daughter, "Oh, make sure you marry a doctor or a lawyer or a what you call it? I don't know.
Somebody with money.
Somebody with money. It's always marry somebody with money. Make sure you
Facts.
marry somebody who can take care of you. Them telling you to still go school and make sure say you have your own, but make sure you have somebody that can marry you.
But
So
even
we're
that
already
being-
conditioned in that
Right.
way.
But even that being said, you ever hear what a mother tell her son? You ever hear the mother tell her son to do the same thing?
No?
All right.
No,
So
because-
we are the men are conditioned to be the providers. They're conditioned
Some.
to be
Some.
Okay.
Cause let's not even go into that because they be a lot of ones out here that don't even feel they should provide, and I'm just like I don't want to.
The other one them were bad like the girls.
Yeah,
still.
like they want to be provided for, and I'm like, we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
What kind of category you put those men in now? What do you
I
call
won't
them?
even say. I
All
won't even
me I
say.
say is-
But and all of them believe that they should be. And I always say I'm from the old school mentality from way back when Jesus time, right? So I believe that a man should be the head of the household. He should be the provider, and the woman should also, she will be a provider and co-head in different aspects of the relationship.
Well, I really don't need a woman to provide anything still.
She's gonna
But-
be. What do you mean?
Yes, you
Anwar?
do. Yes, you
no,
do.
as in to provide in the way that you're talking about.
No,
like,
meaning I don't mean providing in terms of financially. I just mean providing in terms of like emotional support
Of course.
and love and
Of
care
course,
and
of
just
course.
being that woman.
Of course.
Because the other thing too is that a lot of women
My little money
Don't
can't
know how to
stretch
be women.
don't know how to be women. So
Facts.
they want all the money, so them want to marry the man with the money, so that them can get the helper, get the chef, get all the things that so them not do nothing, So what am I work for? What you really doing?
And then at the gym, them I work hard. Make sure them body nice.
Me
and
in the
everything
gym, I
between.
work hard. I'm still a work and I earn my money, miss.
Okay.
Yes.
Me just tell you about this.
Mama just a say,
Right.
you can go to the gym.
Society.
You don't need no man money for that. Go to the gym and take care of yourself. Don't do it for man. Do it for yourself.
You know, because sometimes I feel like I miss my calling. But not like, sometimes I just feel like, why me I work so hard? Well,
You should have been a housewife.
woman. Exactly.
I agree. Hold on. Don't get me wrong in the money. We both could have been.
Right.
But the difference is that our brain put power body good. We head set power body good.
Right.
So we're not going to put up with certain things. That's the difference because we're so strong-minded. We can't put up with certain
Yo,
things.
you don't know what these guys out here want
That
you
is-
to
They
do.
don't even know.
But that's what
Look,
you see.
so
That's the
explicit.
contrast.
You
Hold
don't
on,
even
hold on,
know.
Hold on,
They
hold
are
on. Well,
crazy.
maybe I don't
I
know.
mean,
Maybe
You
I
don't
don't
even
know.
know.
Maybe I
Place.
don't
I
know
can't
for
believe
true.
it, like-
Maybe I don't know for true. But like, I don't know. I can speak for myself. I can't speak for anybody else. But we work hard. Bonnie, you know me work hard.
Yeah, we know you work hard. Come and see you nowhere.
You don't see me nowhere.
I don't see you nowhere.
And I provide, right? What I want from my woman is to be my place of comfort. I need her to be somebody I can come to and just be comfortable with. Like, you know, I'm not going to share all of my problems with her because she don't understand that. I don't expect a woman.
You don't know
Hold
what
on,
she
hold on, hold on.
she don't
I don't wait.
understand.
Let me finish.
Exactly.
Let me finish.
She not
Let
gonna
me finish.
I don't like that.
Let me
I
finish.
don't like that.
Let me finish. I don't expect a woman to deal with my problems.
Hold on.
Let me finish.
You don't know.
My
She might say
problems,
something that
my
surprises you.
problems, my burdens, my tasks, I am capable of dealing with them. I just need her to be my place of comfort. I need her to be somebody who I can speak to and who I can relate with, who I can be happy with, who can have, you know, we can be fun together, we can have serious conversations, we can build a unit, but I can deal with all of the heavy lifting.
Can I speak?
Go ahead.
Anwar. Anwar.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Wright.
Yes, ma'am.
Listen to me good and proper. That is not a fair statement to
Yup,
make.
I
It is
agree.
not
Why
a
you
fair
say it's
statement
unfair?
to make. It is not a fair statement to make. You cannot make an assumption that she is not able to understand and handle what it is that you are presenting to her in terms of a problem. You don't know if she's able to present a solution to you about that said problem, not because you feel like you understand what it is that she doesn't understand. Don't make that assumption. And that's what happens a lot of times, that men make an assumption that them woman can't understand what them are go through and she can probably provide a solution for it.
That may very well be true, but I mean,
And then because
You just fall back into the literal stereotype that I was just talking about.
Which is what?
Like, which is the fact that you
you
as
feel
a
like
man,
you must take up
man
all
and
of the
man and man,
right.
Right.
and my problems are
my
my
problems.
And so
But
your
her problems are your problem?
yes.
No, Anwar, no. It's not a fair statement that you made. I think that you should.
Why you say it's not fair?
Because you should be able to.
To
also, you
speak
should
to my woman, right?
Huh?
To speak to my woman about
to
my
speak
problems.
to your woman about your problems. It don't
I never
necessarily-
said
hold on.
no.
It
I
don't
never
necessarily
said
have
no.
to be something emotional. It don't necessarily have to be about work. You should be so comfortable with your part. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. That's what let me tell you what I would want for myself and vice versa. So what I want in a partner, I have to be that. I have to embody that. Right? So that is what I try to do. I'm not saying I'm perfect, I'm perfect. But what I try to do is what I'm looking for, I try to be that. Because how can I look for something in someone and I don't have that myself?
But bigger than that, is what he is the words that he chose to use.
To use.
Because he's saying she not gonna understand that. Even in the Bible, it says whatever you think that is what's
But
going to
that's
come
true.
to fruition.
But that's true.
Right?
And
So you are
so let me
already
say-
stating that she's not going to understand. You don't even give her a chance. She don't even have a chance.
Right.
Because you're already stating that. First of all, yes, we know you're a lawyer, so certain things you cannot speak about.
But when
right?
I-
But then,
when it's
but then
not
you're
your work.
contradicting yourself there. Because
What?
if you're saying there are certain things that you're not going to understand.
No, I never said there's certain things I'm not going to understand. I said that as a lawyer, we know there's certain things you cannot speak of. That's what I said.
Right, because
Right.
it's confidential.
Right, but
Right.
Outside of that, outside of the realm of that,
Well,
you're supposed
actually-
to come home, rest your head on your
Pillow
woman lap
talk.
and just be like, some have a rough day and this is the situation.
So who said I don't do that?
So what do you mean she's
That's
not
the
going to
thing.
understand?
The
Because of what you
assumption. No,
No,
jump
no,
into
no,
According to what you
conclusion.
said.
You're the one saying,
no.
you're the
I
one
What
said-
you just said?
Right.
I said that I am not going to bring my problems, my burdens, the things that are way heavy on my shoulders. No,
So
bring
she
them
must
to
bring
my
her
woman.
burdens to you.
Who will help you carry?
No?
If it's not your other half, remember in the Bible, God said we are one.
Jesus have mercy.
So
All right.
You
who
take
is
me
going
from
to
the
help-
rib.
Exactly. So who's going to help you carry those burdens? Right?
There are
That is
some-
why there's
there
a
are-
high rate of suicide
All right, when you're done.
in men. That's why
When
there's a
you're done,
high
when
rate
you're
of
done, when you're
mental
done.
illness in men
When you're
because
done,
of this
when
madness.
you're done, I don't think I'm mentally ill. And
When
I
I
think
said
I-
you're mentally ill.
When you're done, when you're done, when you're
And we
done,
don't know.
when
Next
you're
thing you know,
done,
listen,
when you're
a
done.
suicidal person look just like us, laugh and talk, and then the next
Exactly.
day them kill themselves, and then I say, wait, how we miss
I'm
this?
gone
How
off
that
on
happen?
bare tangent now.
I'm just
My
saying.
sole point is that there are certain burdens that I deal with because I am fully capable of. I'm not going to put that on my
But what I
woman.
want to ask you,
Let me
Anwar.
finish.
Okay,
Let me
go ahead.
finish. right? I have no issues coming to my woman and expressing myself. I'm a very expressive person.
Okay.
Bonnie, you know that,
I
right?
know.
I speak very clearly. I wear my emotions on my sleeve, and I know how to communicate. But my core problem, the things them that me have to deal with, that I'm capable of dealing with on a day-to-day, I'm not going to burden my woman with that for several reasons. One, I find with women is that when you share certain things with them, they take it on. Not even, I mean, that's not even talk about just women on a whole, but just people generally. When somebody cares about you and you are affected in a particular way, they take on the burden and start to feel it like as if they are feeling the same type of burden. If I am capable of dealing with that on my own without burdening my woman with that, I'm not going to.
That statement that you're making right now is completely different from what you said, because you're saying she's not going to understand.
And
right?
that is restricted
Okay,
to certain things that I have, that I know that, for example, my woman is not going to be able to understand. Like, and I'm talking about like my work stuff.
Fine, and we addressed that, and we said yes, because you're a lawyer, she's not a lawyer, and there's certain things she obviously cannot be privy to. But my question
so I'm going to deal with that. But that doesn't mean that I'm not going to share certain things with her. I'm not going to express my feelings with her.
Here's my question to you now on that. You're not going to express your burdens to her because you say your burdens are your burdens.
Right.
But you expect her to express her burdens to you?
If she so chooses to, I would
say
love...
If she doesn't express her burdens to you, you don't have an issue with that?
If it doesn't affect the relationship, sure.
But we're humans, and you know that once a woman have burdens, not even just a woman, even a man, even though you might think it's not affecting the relationship,
I'm going to end up repeat the same thing I just said a while ago. Okay. If it doesn't affect the
Okay,
relationship.
all right.
Right.
Okay.
Because what we started talking about earlier, it was, I feel that you guys' responses was against the background that, for example, if I don't express myself, it's going to come out in some way that affects the relationship. But for me saying anything about my burdens, there would be nothing. That may I say. There are certain things I keep to myself and I deal with myself, and it's as if it don't exist because I'm capable. But you wear your emotions
on your sleeve.
I do.
When he wants to. When it's the appropriate time. Okay. When something is bothering him and he wants to talk about it.
You'll express it. Okay.
I'll say it.
All right.
But there could be things that I'm dealing with. You would look at me, you wouldn't even know
that there's a problem. No.
Because I'm capable.
You're capable. For me, I would want to know that I've created a safe space for my boyfriend,
and
my
it doesn't
spouse,
mean
I'm just saying. I'm just speaking for me now. I'm not. I'm not attacking you anymore. I'm not attacking you, my friend. But I'm just saying.
What flavors are those?
This one is fruit punch. Oh, is that the only one we got? Oh, I think there's a pineapple ginger one that's really nice.
Okay, I love the fruit punch though, and it goes well with most things.
Right?
Everything, really.
Right? We should be, girl, let's plan a mocktails night.
Yes, hey. I would love that. I would love that.
What I want to say is, for me, I would want to know that I've created such a safe space for my boyfriend, my spouse, my husband, whatever, that he can feel comfortable enough. But it's so funny, I have that personality. I find that not just friends, but also partners, past, whatever, are comfortable sharing with me because I do create that safe space, because I do create a friendship part. I'm not judgmental. You get what I'm saying? Because people are people and life are life. So we can't sit here and go, why that person did that? Why that person did that? Because you don't know the background. You don't know the story. So when you understand, then you can say, all right, well, you can decide, is it worth it? You get what I'm saying? Because sometimes it's not worth it. I try to understand and then I decide, but is it worth it? You get what I'm saying? Because I give people fair chances. I give people enough rope for hang themselves. So, but not knock you, but I'm just saying, I want to be able to create that safe space. And I feel like if you realize that, because...
Can I respond to the safe space part? All right. So, for me, it's not... I'm not saying that there's no space safe enough for me to share certain things. The space could be safe as safe can be, if there is something that I feel that I can deal with, it's just not going to be something. It's not going to be a
not gonna be a
topic.
topic. It's just gonna.
It's
okay.
not. It's going to be a nothing because
Right.
it's going to be something that
you dealt
it's
with
there.
it. You
right.
dealt with it.
For me on my shoulder.
But would you mention it and be like, babe, you know, said this the other day. I'm honestly.
It perhaps may come
Okay,
out.
cool.
It perhaps may come out, but it's not going to be a topic.
Okay.
So I would like to add, I was having a conversation the other day with someone, and we were talking about, what we want in partners or different things like that. And one of my things that I hate was the fact that I'm such an assertive person that my spouse, it was always like me who would have taken care of situations,
everything.
right? And I was just like, I would love for a situation to occur. And Anwar's reminded me of that. When he's saying he'll take care of it.
Right.
I would love for a situation to occur.
Where you don't have to take
and
care of anything.
It's kind of like, oh, baby knows the house. Like, my
yeah,
come home and something
I'm
with-
good.
And I said, what going on? I said, oh, the house is flooded up, I'm going to deal with it.
Right.
So you don't have to worry about it. And that is so hard. It's kind of
It's
like
so hard to
something
find.
happens and the person will look upon you for fix it.
Right.
And that is very annoying for me because I like, I'm trying to say this without sounding horrible, but I'm one of those people that even in my household, my family, they will go to me to fix certain things or do certain things. So it's kind of like a relief when you find someone to match that energy that they also can just jump in and do things. And overall, I don't know how the dating scene is for you, because you have that. You have the attraction and you have
The power.
But for me, as a woman,
Of power, of class, of beauty,
all them good things.
all
Show
the
them your
good
tattoo.
things
Show them your
them,
tattoo.
all the good things, all the good things them, and them say good girl forget things,
Right.
but it's hard.
It's funny, like I went to a high school, my friend from high school, she's from Africa. She got married and I went all the way to Africa to her wedding. And she looked at me and she's like, I thought you would be the first one to get married. I thought, and there's other people from the class that were there too. And everybody had all these expectations because I'm the one that, me shine. In any situation, I'm always like the go-to, and me and everybody a friend, and men are very attracted to me from before me did really have nothing on my own or waver. But the older I get and the more I gain, it becomes less harder.
Less. Yeah.
My circle, the box that I'm put in where men are concerned is very ridiculous. And then the man...
What do you find to be the difficulty with the men that you...
So a few things. It might start off as, oh my gosh, there's a lot going on for herself. And you see, when them actually come into my life and see how much I do and what I have going on, especially very intimidated, they would say things like, I'm not the one for you, I can't give you what you need. Keep in mind, I'm not asking for anything. But they see...
And what's the reason behind that?
You have to ask them, my dear. I'm just telling you what
You
I'm told.
You never confronted them?
It's
Of course.
insecurity.
They
It doesn't necessarily have to be...
I've had a man my age. I'm
Okay.
young.
Right.
I've had a man my
You're
age
young.
tell me that whenever when I grow up, I want to be just like you, and this is my man. Right? So I don't know. Everybody's path in life is different, or the help that they get is a
So
little
as in
bit
they
different.
can't match you? That's what
Exactly.
it is? Match you
They
how?
can't match.
They can't match me in the power aspect of things, right? It's not that I'm belittling them in any which way or whatever the case may be, but
That's why
it's
I
like
said
to the
it's-
detriment, like the my personality, who I am, what I'm about, what I have, is literally almost to the detriment of me. Like being a good girl sometimes.
How would you want a
feel
man
like
to
to
fit
the
into your
detriment of
life?
me? At this stage in life, because different stages is different things, right? I always wanted to grow with someone, so I'll push you, I'll ask you what you want out of life.
But when
I'm the type of no.
Yeah, no. I'm saying yes. Then
Okay,
I'm talking no.
How you want a man to fit
fit in.
in
No,
your
okay,
life?
so that's what I'm getting at. I'm just telling you like different stages. At this stage right now, I want you to already come with what you have, and I want to be a bonus in your life just as much as you would be a bonus in mine. right? I don't need you right
Preach.
now, and I don't really care how this sounds. I'm not
Preach.
dating below me. I'm dating my stage.
I don't
or
care how it
higher.
sound.
I want a man that I can learn from.
Facts.
I want a man that I can travel with.
Facts.
Because traveling is a big thing, you know. People just think, say, oh, may I go over there so
Exactly.
and take some picture. No, it opens your mind, your palate, your spirit. It does so much for me. That's why traveling is such
Amen.
a big part of my life overall. You
Amen.
know that. You know that, right? It's different, you know, experiencing other cultural scene. And let me tell you, just FYI, all of this what we're talking about between black people, Caribbean people, black Americans. You see, when you go outside of the culture, people actually respect marriage. People actually respect their spouse and want to be and
So you
do
think
certain
you
things.
think you're in the wrong space to find that right now?
I don't think I'm in the wrong space. I just don't know where this brother coming from. I don't know where I'm coming from because, like I said, the men that I see in Jamaica that can possibly match me, the things that they want me to go for or do, I'm not doing.
Yeah.
I am not doing.
Like what?
Yeah.
First of all, they want me to be a kept woman, so they want to lock me up in the house. Them can gone off with them can't combine them. Why me must lock up in the house while you gone out gonna enjoy yourself with woman and embarrass me and everybody I see you because them not hiding up.
Them not
hiding. So them gone off with them concubine and do for them thing while me must lock up in our house, right? And sometimes.
Oh, so you're saying that you're saying basically that the men who are on your level are not of your moral and values. They don't embody your morals and values.
No. Even if they did, like everybody have them story, right? Like them would start off. Some of them even get married and they live a good life, and then the woman them gone out gonna do beer mad. It's everybody have them story, and I get it and I understand. But for me right now, God has blessed me with my son, and I'm very, very grateful for that because I don't feel like I'm in a rush anymore. Because, you know, as a woman, when you're younger, you feel like you're supposed to get married, you're supposed to have children, you're supposed to do this clock a tick, right?
Yeah.
It's different for men, but for me, like how I have my son, even if he's my first and only, I'm okay. So that also makes me automatically slow down, and I just want better for myself.
Right.
So I'm focusing on me. I am doing things that I want and I love, and hopefully again the man would find me in between. But you see the other man them out the road, no. First and foremost, like I remember one of them tried me one time and they're like, them send me over a drink. So I sent him back a bottle of champagne. I sent him back
Can I give you a high five, girl? Yes.
I sent him back a bottle of champagne and I'm like, no honey, this is what I drink. Next time you send me this.
Ooh.
Right? I'm just saying, like, I'm not playing these games, and I'm not going back
we're not
and
doing
forth,
it.
or
We're
whatever
not
the
doing
case
it.
may be. I'll match your energy any which day.
Right, love it.
I am not out there splurging and doing
them.
all these things, but anybody who knows me know that I can.
Exactly.
Right? So, and that's the next thing too. You find the wrong man, them a come at me too. Right? They want me to take care of them.
You're always gonna
have
have
that.
Like,
have that.
You're always gonna have that. You're always gonna have the very ambitious ones, the very, very ambitious ones that they're like, I'm like,
let me tell you, I find on both sides, and I think it's because when you're whole, if you don't look, or if you don't actively, not even look, if you don't actively consider relationships, and I'm talking about actively considering it, and from a man's perspective, for example, when you are at a certain level and you know there is somebody that comes into the picture, you just allow things to go far without actively looking at it. Is this the person that I'm capable of spending the rest of my life with? Is this the person who compliments me? Is the person that can be a good mother to my children?
Right.
Is this the person that I can have good conversations with? Is the person that is going to embody all of the things that I'm looking for in the person, in my partner?
Right.
If we don't actively think about that, then we fall into these types of traps.
But not only that,
Like type of situations.
Not only that, but I do think it's easier for you men though.
To do what?
You guys can pick up a girl from any which part.
No, easier to do what? Let's start with the premise first.
It's easier for you to date. It's easier for you, women especially, would
do what
turn their own life around to suit yours. Like you have those people that melt into you.
Right.
You can literally pick up a woman at any part in life. You can put her up in the house and she can be a housewife, whatever. You can choose
Right.
whatever you want. As
But
a
I don't
woman, I
dictate that she
cannot.
can be the
Yeah.
right one.
No, I understand
You mean
that.
more? It's more easier
Yes.
for it to fall in line that way.
Right.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, but
For
not
me-
I
for
agree.
a-
For
Fine.
me,
Not for
I
a-
cannot do that.
right,
As a
right,
woman,
fine.
I cannot do that. Like I can. Furthermore, my brothers would not allow that shit. Excuse my language.
Okay, we say
Right?
that online.
Sorry. I'm just saying, you
Yeah.
can pick up a woman from any part of life and bring her, create her, and do whatever you want, mold
That's
her.
true.
That's
And
why
teach.
most of
A
them
whole lot of
old man
teaching.
are the young girl them pick because that's what they do. They mold them like clay, or fold them like bread, or whatever you want to call it, dough. But I can't do that. As a woman, I cannot do that. And you know that. You know why? Because your mother is one of those women as well.
Strong woman.
Very strong
Strong
woman.
woman.
Right? And you, even as her son, would never allow her to just pick up any man.
You mad?
Right.
If
Okay.
you can't walk in my shoes, then
So
you
this
can't
is my
talk to
thing.
her,
And
man.
then
So
you're
this
a
is
young
my-
boy, and she a big woman for you.
So
She's
this is
her
my
mother.
thing. Why? And this is what I want to understand. As a man, you don't sit down and go, I have a sister, I have a mother, I have daughter, I have nieces. You get what I'm saying? Like, what would I want for them? You know what I posted the
Right,
other day
but-
one
but-
time?
but then look at this.
Actually said, men,
Let me finish
think
that.
about who you want to date your daughters
Hold on now.
and then look at yourself.
Hold on, let me finish that point too as well. Because even though I say that, if a man can walk in my shoes, then he shouldn't be able to talk to my mother. I look at the fact that my mother and I are very similar, very, very similar. I mean, the principles and values and ethics and everything, most of the stuff that I embody, I got that from my mother. She's a very, very strong woman. I mean, secondary learning and exposure has developed me into the person I am today, but primarily it's true how my mother raised me.
Right.
But at the same time, you have to talk about yin and yang and what complements. You can't have two jigsaw puzzles.
No, but that
Well,
is
let me
not-
finish.
that is
Let me
not the
finish.
point, though.
Let me finish.
Okay.
Two jigsaw puzzles put together, and you expect it to match. So when I say, if a man can walk into my shoes, can't talk to my mother, I think it's wanting for more for me to explain, to say that there are certain things that I embody that I would want for a man to be in, if he's going to talk to my mother, but I don't expect him to be like me because I know who I am. And my mother, I don't think my mother would want to talk to herself. She'd want somebody who complements her but still embodies certain foundation stuff that
Yes.
are necessary.
Yes,
Those
yes,
necessary
yes, 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 yes.
core
Back to my point.
values.
Yes.
But
Yes.
it brings
yes,
me
yes.
back to my point. Every rich man who you know, even if them did married before and them get a divorce, them have a girl right now. Them have whatever right now. You see the women, they're not like that. They're left alone with their child if they have a child or what, and that is it. That is their story.
Yeah.
And that is what bothers me. Right?
Right.
And the older I get, I realize that might be my story as well because I'm not settling for the foolishness.
Right.
Right? Me no want a young boy. Me no want a boy
Don't
overall.
want a young boy.
Right? And it's very hard because again, the men that are on my level, what they are seeking, I cannot give them.
And the other thing too is, now
So you're
just
saying
young-
hold on, let me ask
Hold
a
on,
question.
that- this
All
one-
of the man them.
No, so I was gonna address this.
Not
So I was
all.
gonna
Yes.
say,
Not
hold on, let me address
generalizing.
this.
We're
I'm
not
not generalizing,
generalizing.
but what I will say is the young
They're
boy
probably
them
married, that's
is a
FYI.
negative. Young
Yeah.
boy them is a negative. The one them who are our age is a negative. Cause the reality is that half of them not mature yet. Them not even know if to change them on a diaper yet. And the one them who are older, even though they are older, some of them are not even, them still not mature yet. So it's like a touch and go. So I will always say I'm open, but I'm never gonna. But the minute I see like it's not right, I'm out. So I understand Bonnie's point.
So you
I
just need a
understand
responsible, well-grounded, well-rounded, and principled man.
Show me one. Show me one that's not married.
Okay.
I'm asking you a question.
Or that's not.
Because me and my brothers have these conversations, and I asked him. I said, so tell me 2 men. Just give me 2 men that you can think of that can match.
Oh,
my
no,
energy.
yes. I know a few.
Okay, so
I know
what
a
we'll do is
Know a
after
few.
this,
I know
That
a
means
few.
that means you're holding
Now
out.
go
You're
bust
holding
you.
out,
That means you're
homie.
I'll
holding
go bust
out,
you.
bro. That means you're holding out on me.
But anyways,
Holding
guys,
out.
this.
See, give me a rate.
What's
This
the
is
first
yo.
one?
I thought he was bestie. What's
No,
going on?
but you should know.
Who should I know?
Listen,
know.
guys, I need to know. We need to talk about this after this.
But-
But anyways, guys, this was this was
No.
real. Love this. We need to have like a part 2. I feel like we didn't really, but
But yeah.
You should
know,
know.
bust the youth.
You
if
should
not,
know.
that's what I'm saying.
By
What
a-
you doing,
By
Anwar?
affiliation.
Come on, do better, friend. You know, look out for the homie.
See, if me did have a good girl
know.
for gay, I would have gay a good
Facts.
girl.
Bonnie
You know what I
Lee.
mean?
You know what's funny? It's
Violate.
easier for us to give them girl and harder for them to find man for you. See what I'm saying?
But Anwar don't need my help though, I can tell you that.
Oh snap!
Right there, those who
But-
don't know because the things I've seen
What?
Ooh, anyways, let's wrap it
back
up.
in the day-ish.
But guys, this was so
Ish.
good. Thank you for coming. I love you guys. Yo, it's almost like a throwback, like
Right.
back in the old days. But anyway, this is real. I had to bring you guys out because the realest people that we know. But yeah, it was a good discussion, and I think that we need to definitely flesh this out some more because there's a lot of people that I think that they're not thinking beyond the money and beyond just the
Everybody want to be
physical attraction.
comfortable.
Everybody want to be comfortable, but it's
Soft
what
life.
they want to be comfortable, but what do they want to be comfortable with?
Facts.
Understand? What do you want to really be comfortable with? Because there's comfort and then there's comfort,
Facts.
right? So, and then there's attraction and there's attraction.
Oh, most of them girls have them man on the side. That's
Lord
why them
Jesus.
not care.
Anyways.
Yeah, man, go to room dating. When you leave, the
Oh
God
my
not
God.
come in.
I can't.
God, no.
This is not. What is this?
What?
This is
But
not.
I'm telling the real
This is
life.
not Desperate Housewives, Bonnie. Anyways,
You go on.
anyways.
You'll be surprised.
So-
every show and movie come off or something,
Facts.
Don't Jamaica
Real
say
life.
if you go say go near for go so.
Real
Those
life,
facts.
real life. Like
That's
Lime
facts.
Tree Lane. And remember that? Wow, man, show my age. Anyways,
I
guys.
know, right?
So, Anwar, let the viewers
Hey,
know.
I don't know what life she lady is.
Don't do that!
I don't know what life she lady is.
Yeah.
No, I've
do
never
that,
heard.
don't do
I've
that,
never
don't
heard
do
that
that.
name before.
Don't do that. Anyways, so Anwar, let the viewers know where they can find you on Instagram or any platform.
Okay, well, I'm always at 19 Eureka Crescent, right? Legal. But otherwise, you can find me online. Anwar_Wright. And that's my Instagram handle. I don't really use Twitter that much, but I'm on all of the platforms. But yeah.
Yeah, okay. Bonnie, where can they find you? Again.
Okay, so my regular handle would be Bonnie QB Lee, and that's Instagram. That's for everything. Instagram.
Yeah.
All my little handles. So where we can find the new club, which is a speakeasy, which is a very exciting experience from start to finish. That's going to be at 230 Mountain View Avenue. Be there or be square. It's inside of the Texaco Plaza where the Popeyes is. And if you know, you know. You have to be
know,
kinda,
you know.
If you know, you know. You have to kind of be invited to find it. It's one of those things.
Love
you know?
it.
Yeah.
Love it, friend. Love this for you. And you guys know where to find me at Blair Milan. And it is what it is, JA. See you next time.